Hello and welcome back to my craft room. I'm carrying on with my my crown, hoping to kind of finish it in this hoping you'll see the end of it in this video. So what I've done is, now following on from the last one, I had just made the kind of wire like an armature really, and I've now put masking tape over and around all of those wires to make it a little bit more robust, and then I've done the best I can to shape each one so they've got roughly the same profile. I mean, I could have like cut a template to get the but you know, I haven't got time. It's only for a temporary shop display, you know. I'm not actually trying to counterfeit the crown jewels, you know. So next step is to add, I've decided that rather than use my slightly dodgy spray paint on craft foam, I'm going to use the sparkly glittery craft foam, you know, like may as well go over the top. And I was going to shape the kind of the arch, the sort of struts, sort of shape them like that, but I've just looked at a few pictures and I don't think they are shaped. I think they're just straight. So I'm just going to cut this piece into 4 lengthwise strips, which I think will fit perfectly. Let me just show you where I am. Yeah, so yeah, they will fit just perfectly, and then I'll probably cut another disc of this craft foam to go in the middle, and then I'll hopefully spray this little bit of cardboard tube in this polystyrene ball, and they will sit there. So you can sort of start to see where I'm going. And then I've got this where's it gone, this string of pearls which we sell in the shop kind of by the meter, so I've got one to go around the whole crown at the base. I noticed that in a lot of the crowns you see like like these upright arch shapes are edged with pearls as well, or pearl shapes but they're gold. So I did think if I could get hold of, if I got lucky in a pound shop and get hold of some of those kind of plastic gold beads that are made for hanging on Christmas trees, they would be perfect for this. But anyway, I think I'll have just enough to go around the base there in the pearls, and then I'll either leave them pearl coloured or I might just paint them gold as well. But that will be finishing touches. So next step is to get these cut. Okay, so these are now ready to glue in there. And I might just taper the ends in a little bit here before I glue them on, but then the disc will go over the top. You can see the yellow edges of this, so I'm thinking I might just use just a gold marker to colour those edges before I stick it on. Yeah, and although they kind of look straight in the pictures, to me it seems like it would look nicer just to taper them in at least here. Down here it's not going to show because I'm not going to have the band with all fancy bits around, but up here I will. So I will just shape them probably just a little bit, sort of like that. I'll cut one, get that how I like it, and use it as a template for the others, and then I'll use a gold marker to go along the edges, and then I'll probably go back to the hot glue gun to get these on. Lovely. And then quite soon I'll be back to the point where I can start sticking all the fancy bits on all the jewels and things, which I'm really looking forward to. Okay. I'll come back and show you when I'm at the next stage. Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It's what are we? It's about 8:30 at night. I've only just found out that I'm supposed to be taking my crown into work tomorrow. So I think I'm going to be putting a bit of a late night tonight, so I just thought I'd show you where I've got to. So last thing I showed you, I think I had the masking tape around the wire kind of armature. and I was just cutting out, I was going to cut out some strips from the glittery craft foam. I've just realised I really wish I had another sheet or two of this, but I can perhaps finish it off tomorrow at work. And what I've done is I've cut those strips, I just tapered them in a little bit towards the middle and just hot glued them onto that armature that I've made. And I also patched together some 2-inch strips cut from those. Obviously one of those sheets, I think it was only an A4 sheet of craft foam, wasn't enough to go around all in one go, so I sort of joined it together. And I'm hoping that where I put the cross shapes, that the jewels will go in the centre of, will cover those joins. Disappointingly, I thought I had a fleur-de-lis shaped die that I could cut some of this craft foam with, because most of the crowns that I've looked at seem to have like the kind of Maltese cross shape, like that square cross shape, which I think I can just cut by hand easily enough, and a fleur-de-lis, so alternating. So I could try printing out a template for a fleur-de-lis and cutting it by hand, which I might do later, and then cut them and add it tomorrow. I think I could get away with just sticking the sort of extra bits of decoration on at work tomorrow, but I just need to have the guts of it done. So yeah, and the other thing I've done is taken some of this braid and just run a length of it again with hot glue down the edges of each. I used a metallic pen to just cover the edges of the craft foam. You can still see the inside, but I think I'll be able to angle it so that that isn't too obvious. So what I've got to do now is carry on sticking that around. I've also got this gold cord, which I thought I can do some decorative squiggles with, because it's wired, which is really nice, so I can do some, it will hold its shape. So I'm sitting here in my pyjamas. And I'm just going to get to the point where I've done all the messy hot gluing part, and then pack up everything else that I need and take it downstairs, and if need be finish it off at work tomorrow. I've still got my fur trim to do. I think this is quite wide. I think I'm going to cut it off a little bit. I don't want it being too huge. I mean, I could do it in thirds. And then that again will be hot glued around the bottom. You can see it's a bit too tufted, it's a bit too much of it, so I think I'll have to trim it down a bit. And it's really the wrong kind of fur, it's what we had. We'd almost be better with a white fleece. I might see if I've got something else tucked away in my own stash that I could use instead, or I'll just give this a bit of a haircut, because I've got plenty of it to experiment with. So yeah, that's really all I've got left to do. There we go, so that would be a bit more like it, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think it's getting there. Oh, and I'm going to take one of these little cardboard tube things and cover it with one of the last little scraps of this gold craft foam. That will go in the middle. Let me go to the... That will go in the middle there. I need to spray this with gold, but I'm going to have to go outside to do that, so I can't really do it at the moment. And then that will balance on there. Yeah. And then I've got all of the jewels to stick on. I'm going to put one of the Maltese cross shapes there at the base of each of these arches, and in between should be a fleur-de-lis shape. I've just got to decide what I'm going to do about that. And I need more of the craft foam to be able to do either of those things, unless I just use some gold card for that bit. I could do. That's it. That's really all I've got to show you. What I will do is I will take some photos of the finished crown and of it in situ in the context of the display, and maybe I'll even see if I can put it on. It is a little bit bigger than the real thing, do you reckon? It looks more like a prop for a Tim Burton film at the moment. Anyway, I just wanted to quickly show you that. I'm not going to be able to sort of go work all through the process of it because, as I say, I've suddenly been told I need to have it ready for tomorrow. So, but I'll be back and show you how it turned out in just a minute for you. Couple of days for me. Okay, so it's now 10:20. I've got a little bit further. So I've added some more of that braid all around here as well, and I put it around the middle of the ball. I coloured the ball, the polystyrene ball, because it's too late at night to be going outside with the spray can, and I don't want to be doing it indoors really. So I just coloured it with a gold. Oopsie, with a gold Pintor pen, and that seemed to work really well actually. Put a bit more braid around the middle of it. I used some more of the craft foam to cut out 2 Maltese cross kind of shapes. Put them back to back, coloured the edges with the gold pen again, and then I will put one of these flat back jewels. In the middle of it. So I think tonight all I'm going to do now is I've cut a length of this fur fabric that just goes around the circumference of the crown. What I'm going to do is get a pair of scissors and just trim the pile down. Let me go to I'm going to trim the pile down for about, you know, a couple of centimetres, and then I'll glue that. Once I've got that fur fabric out of the way, I'll glue it that way up all around there on the part that I've trimmed, and then turn it back like this, and then under, and glue the extra bit underneath. And then I might still have to trim some of the fluff, but I'll see. I mean, it's all a bit kind of outsized and kind of theatrical, so I might not. I might just leave it all fluffy. So then, the thing that I've just dropped down out of my way now, out of my reach, I've got some just plain gold metallic card that I had in my stash, and I've found online a fleur-de-lis template. I just put in free downloadable fleur-de-lis template. When I went to print it, I could choose wallet size, so I chose wallet size because I think that's been about right. And I reckon I can trace that onto the gold metallic card and just put one in each of these gaps, and then the Maltese cross shape here, all out of the metallic gold card. I've still got this kind of bendable wired braid which I could go round the outlines of those shapes as well, and then jewels in the middle of them. So it's all about the sort of decorative finishing bits now. So yeah, I'm quite pleased how it's turning out. I think it'd be alright. I will say my goodbyes now, and just add on the end some photos of the finished crown and perhaps of the display as well. Let me know in the comments, are you doing it? If you're in the UK, are you doing anything to celebrate the Jubilee? I know in the shop we're selling metres and metres and metres of fabric for bunting. There's a lot of bunting being made, and some costumes and things as well. I've got to come up with a red, white and blue costume too for a party I'm going to on the bank holiday that on the Friday. I think it's the 3rd of June. Yes, but I haven't even thought about that yet. So yeah, let me know what you're doing, if you're making any crafty stuff to celebrate the Jubilee. I'd be interested to know. But thanks very much for joining me, and I hope you found that interesting, and I will see you again soon. Bye. I'm sitting here in my pyjamas. So here's the finished crown. That fleur-de-lis template worked out really well. I just cut it by hand from the metallic card and the cross shapes, added some jewels, Gave it a haircut and added the little black spots with a marker, so it's all sort of finished. Here's the whole display. We wanted it to look like the Queen's just about to sit down for tea. She's taken off her crown and her pearls and the corgi's waiting, and everybody in the shop did something, made a piece for this display. The soldier on the right there was made out of mount board by Sandy. I think Christine made the wreath, you can see in the background, and there's a quilted mat down there below. I don't know which of the girls made that one. And here's the corgi. We're raffling him off and raising funds to go to the Ukraine. And the idea is that you choose his name, and if you win you get to keep him. You can see in the background there the Queen's profile made out of buttons by Laura. There's a lovely bunch of flowers made of crepe paper by Jade, and the crochet tea party was made by me. More about that later. And I think I've got a closer look coming up of that on a picture I took at home. Yes, there it is. I might do a little series on how to crochet your own tea party. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see that. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.